Happy 2026. Welcome along to another episode of the Offload. First one of a new year. Donncha, how are you, man?
I'm great. Happy New Year, Tommy. I hope you had a good one. You're in Wales at the moment. Is that right?
I'm in Wales and I'm a bit sniffly. I've just jumped into the sea. I did a New Year's Day. We're obviously recording this on the Thursday. I did it
Yeah,
on New Year's Day, and I'm a bit shivery, I have to say. It's been a
of
while
course.
since I've jumped in the sea.
You're
Jesus.
still too lean for it, Tommy. You are too lean for ice baths and sea swimming, man. You will be sniffling for the rest of it.
It
Is this
hits me worse. It does hit me worse than, like, I
Yeah, it
know.
does. Yeah, honestly, man, you're as lean as lettuce. I'd say if you actually did a DEXA scan, you're still, you know what I mean?
I'm skinny.
Yeah,
Playing a lot of paddle.
a lot
Loving
of
my
paddle.
paddle.
That's what I was just about to say to you. Is this a New Year's resolution now? Or have you started into it? Like sea swimmer? Are you a sea swimmer? Am I going
No,
to see
no,
you
no.
doing Ireland AM in one of those fucking, what are they called? Dry robes.
We leave that to Derek and the budgie smugglers. But
So he's no better boy.
no. This is just I don't know. Start of the new year. There was a load of people. God, there was about like so. I'm in just outside. We went to Barry Island Beach, Gavin and
No
Stacey
way.
Land,
Brilliant.
and there was geez, there was well over 1,000 people. It was a good crack. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, enjoyed
Is
it.
there a tour on the bus with your man? What's
Dave's
his name?
coaches. Yeah, there
Can you
is.
do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
fucking
there's
brilliant.
like Nessa's amusements, and there's the whole lot there. You can go
No
and
way, they
stand
totally
beside
bought
Bryn and
into it.
pretend take a picture with it like it's a cardboard cutout. Great, love it.
Oh, it's too good. It's
And the
too
kids
good.
just love the penny machines. So yeah, great crack. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
New Year. How are you, man? How's the break been?
Yeah, good. I know this is kind of first world problem, but I'm on the back foot because we missed the recycling bin, and it's like my whole year is chasing. You know what I mean? You miss one bin at Christmas, and that can fuck up January. You know what I mean? You're always on the back foot, man.
I'm with you. Isn't that just the stage of life that we are in
Isn't
right
it?
now? Honestly.
I'm there to myself as well. How did we miss it? How did we
If I
miss it?
miss like a black bin or something, do you know what I mean? Like I actually went to the recycling centre, had to drop off a load of
No way.
stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
that's the way to
There's
do it.
just so much rubbish. Like you
Yeah, packaging
can't
is
sit all
quite
into one
high.
bin.
Yeah. Have you made resolutions, or was that what they're called? Kind of goals or whatever it is.
I, I have. I didn't plan on it. I was
Okay.
out for a walk with Lucy last night, and she asked me if any resolutions. So no, I don't really then. So she said I'm gonna start trying train, eating healthy. That's New Year. That's
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
do.
that's everyone.
But then she said she's gonna delete her Instagram, delete social media. I thought,
Holy.
oh,
Hold on. Look, what are you going to do with your evenings, Lucy?
exactly. So I said, right, okay, if you do it, I'll do it. So the two of us last night, we were watching telly, and we just said, right, that's it. So social media deleted. Now,
Wow.
obviously, like just delete it off our phones.
Of
So we're going
course,
to try and
yeah.
do it for a month.
Yeah. So that means if you're going to do something, you go to your iPad or something like that. It's a deliberate effort to
Oh, no,
be on.
I don't plan on going to it at all.
Don't you? You're totally
Well,
going
I
to come
don't
off
think
it.
so.
Wow. Good on you.
I mean, I might need.
I can't.
Yeah, well,
I can't see you as having a major social media problem or losing hours to it.
I do.
Do
It's
you?
like it's a routine, like it's a bad habit. Do you know? You
Yeah.
just pick it up and you automatically click it, and you like 10 minutes later you realize, Jesus, I didn't even know it was on Instagram. You know,
Yeah.
like flicking through reels or whatever. I even did.
Oh, yeah.
I had TikTok and I didn't never use it, but
Yeah.
I deleted that because I thought, well, if I don't have Instagram, I'll go onto Instagram. Well, so
Yeah.
deleted the whole
Do you know
lot. So
what?
there you go.
I
January
must say, I did enjoy
detox.
the double screening of stuff. So when Luke Littler had his bit of a meltdown of you're paying for my prize money, the first thing I did was Luke Littler into Twitter, because Twitter is where the most noise is going to be, and I'm there like, oh, watch this. You know what I mean? It's like someone throws like a sprat into the water, let them all start jumping now, and
So
it's
what
quite
happened?
enjoyable.
Was he getting booed at the Ali
Yeah,
Pally or something? And then
pretty
he
much,
just
because
he gave it back to the crowd.
yeah, the underdog, of course, started to kind of do well, and to do everything to kind of get over the line. But I suppose we do forget he's 18, that kind of way.
Yeah, yeah, I
But,
know. I think his mum came out, didn't she? And she had a
oh,
go at
geez,
people and
no.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
but
Oh,
like
there's no worse.
she's his mum. He's only like 17, 18. Like
I know.
forget he's
But
so
Tommy,
young.
regardless, man, even under 14s, you don't want your mom coming out for you, do you? That's surely someone else inside in the darts. That should be what's your man's league. The other Luke, he should come out and kind of go, "Can we give this fella a break? He's 80."
That happened? Remember, didn't Draco? Do you ever remember this? Draco and Adam Ashley Cooper had a bit of a spat, had a bit of a go back and forward each other at one stage.
No, I
And
don't
Adam
really.
Ashley Cooper's brother got involved in it.
Oh,
Started
gee, no.
abusing Draco on behalf of his brother. And then Draco's like, hold on a second. I didn't know that like Adam needed like he's 100 caps for
Yeah.
Australia. Didn't know he needed the help of his older brother to
Oh,
sort it
geez,
out. That's great.
mortified for you. Leave him at it.
Mortified, I know
Yeah,
you
yeah.
hate him.
But I suppose, isn't that the evolution? Do you know who were so far ahead of stuff? The WWE. Like when you think of like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, they all had their phase of being a baddie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So maybe Luke's going through this now. Like what he's got to understand as well is, you know what I mean? People do love an underdog,
Oh,
and
they love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you're a prize. You know, you're like,
You get bored. You get bored of people winning all the time. And even if
yeah,
he is only 17, 18, like, listen, everything's all about building you up and then dragging you back down again. But yeah, being the
yeah.
heel, isn't it? The heel is the bad guy in the wrestling.
Ah, brilliant. That's it. I love it. I love it so much. Brilliant.
Have you any random stories for us there to get us going? I believe you said
I
you'd
spotted
won.
something that I thought you'd be interested in. Did you hear in Denmark, the state-run post service, it's called Post Nord, they have said it's an end to traditional letters. So no more letters will be sent after 400 years. They're totally pulling out. They've these iconic, like we've the green post boxes, they've these red
Mm,
ones, and they're taking them all away. And they're going
What?
selling them for charity and stuff like that.
What, they've
So
actually got rid of the post. No
yes,
more
they say
sending post.
so. Letter volumes in Denmark have fallen by more than 90% since 2000. So they basically said that the it's not worth it anymore. You can still send a letter. It's been done by a private company, but you have to go into a shop to do it,
Right.
and it'll take a little bit longer. They're going to focus
Jeez.
on packages, is what they're doing. They notice things have
That's how it's
increased
going.
in
Yeah.
people sending over, you know what I mean, online shopping and stuff like that, and they've come away from it. But isn't it
When
like
was
it?
the last time you sent a letter?
Ooh, Jenny sent a few for Christmas cards.
Gee, Christmas
But
cards.
I think it's a vicious circle because the kids make them in their school. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They make the
You
Christmas
got
cards.
stuck
So
with them as well, did you? It's
it's
like,
not the
who's gonna
third.
get landed with this? Emma, aged 8,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
primary school picture on the front of the Christmas card.
But the point,
Nanny, granddad, you're
exactly.
getting
But
a couple of Christmas cards.
and they probably order them and like 10 would do you fine, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? But I think the minimum buy-in is 30. You're there, for fuck's sake. I was
It's
still sending
some
ones.
money-making racket, that, isn't it? Like, that's the school taking the
we,
absolute piss.
I've got to the point with Robin where I'm not allowing her date them. You know what I mean? Because you just know that you want to be able to use it. I'm sorry, do not put the date of that. It's Christmas. Yeah, and Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas, whatever it is. Don't put like 2026.
Oh, yes, use it again next
But
year
you
if
keep
it's a
using it.
particularly
They
good
just
one.
stay in the box and keep
But
using it.
like, I'll be careful because I think the kids are outside. But Emma will be like, she like if you didn't buy the postcards, to be uproar
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
that
of
was the
course.
But then she wouldn't want anybody to see them because she's embarrassed about it.
Oh, right.
So
No
then,
way. That's
it's
complicated, isn't it? What are you going
it
to do?
reminds you actually in the we watched a movie last night, The Full Monty.
Oh, yeah, what a show.
That's what you do on New Year's Eve.
Yes, you
Between
do.
missing recycling bit. I forgot how good a movie it is. That is
It's
some cracker of a movie. It's so funny.
oh, I need to watch it now again because maybe in my head it isn't there. Do you know what
Oh, I
we
loved it.
watched? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, right? And I'm going to say this, of all the baddies I've ever seen in a movie, there is no baddie as terrifying as the child catcher. You know,
In
the
Chitty Chitty Cheese, I can't remember if
sweeties.
I don't know if
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah. And he's the head off Mick O'Driscoll as well, which kind of creeps me out of it as well. And they're like, sweeties, and they're fucking, he's terrifying. Miko, will you? That would be a great outfit for Miko in a fancy dress. Why is it
very
always
good.
Miko gets the butt of the jokes?
Oh, but he just has that head that looks like everyone evil. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
Here,
Go
there
on,
is
give us
change
another
in
one.
times. MTV is also shutting down 5 channels across the UK and Ireland, and it had finished from December 1st, so you won't be able to watch it anymore. They basically said that the majority of people are streaming music now. Nobody
Yeah.
wants a music channel. Do you remember how
Oh,
vital it was, man, for like, remember when music videos became the thing, like the
well,
Michael
I'm thinking
Jackson
like
Thriller?
detox from a social media. Instead of social media, wasting time flicking through that, the years you would have spent flicking between MTV, MTV2, VH1. Remember
There you go,
VH1?
they're all gone.
They're all gone, are they?
Yeah, yeah. The main
And you know what
MTV
was
channel.
so annoying with those, right? Is that they'd always time the ads pretty much to get going at the same time. Because
Yes,
like
yes.
you'd play a cracker of a song, and then it'd go to an ad. You're like, "For fuck's sake!" So then you'd
Yeah.
like flick it down a few channels to try and get another song, and they're all on ads. Oh yeah,
So it's
racket.
gone to Paramount, their partner company. They reportedly are going to play some of the channels in the likes of France and Brazil and Australia, but for the UK and Ireland, they're gone. And the music awards for 2025 have been shelved as Paramount review their options on
Wow.
cutting costs. So
What?
didn't Jamie do the MTV? Remember they were
Let's give it up for
Jamie.
Disney. And the whole crowd went
Tell that
flat.
story, please. Tell that story. So it was decided that some of the rugby lads would present one of the MTV awards. Is
No,
it the
it was the Meteor Awards.
the
It was the
Meteor Awards?
Irish version.
Brilliant.
So I think
Oh,
Jamie, Heaslip, Kean Healy, and God, I don't know the other one. Let's say Trimby,
yeah,
went out,
Trimby, yeah, Trimby.
and the three of them went out, and Dizzy Rascal played. It was in the Three Arena. It was all really big, and then the boys came out to go and read like best new support act is, and but before they got to open the envelope, then Jamie goes, "Give it up for Dizzy." That was definitely
Oh,
stuck in
gee.
there. Who's
I
your
can
hand
imagine
picking it
church.
up? Oh,
What?
jeez, so
That's fine
funny.
if you're Dave Fanning, but not Jamie Heaslip. Oh, wow. Incredible.
Oh,
Like,
the Meteor Awards, that's really good.
ah,
Do you know when you mentioned MTV there, I actually have been watching a bit of MTV at the minute because I'm watching a series that I think MTV produced, Landman. Have you seen Landman?
Landman, no.
Oh, it's with Billy Bob Thornton. It's
I'm
really
writing
good.
it down. Landman,
Really
I'm on
good.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
Very good. That'll get
it's a
me
good
over the
watch because
child
everybody's
catcher,
going on with
Mako.
Stranger Things at the minute. Oh, Stranger Things last
Oh, you
season
haven't?
just got dropped, and Lucy's in the
Yeah,
other room. Be careful what I'm saying.
yeah.
But
I was mad to get into it, but I don't think it's getting the reviews like I would have hoped for. But just people have fellow
the
Stranger
new
Things
season
fans.
now,
Yeah, the new one. Yeah, it's not gripping
I
as.
think the last season was was epic,
Okay,
but
okay,
I haven't
yeah,
seen it. Right,
yeah.
let's talk rugby. Let's talk
Hold on, can
rugby.
I tell you one last story?
Okay.
Just okay. Have you seen these Irish state papers that they're going back over, and they like little things they've kind of undiscovered and things like that, like tickets for the soccer World Cup that they give so many diplomats so many tickets. But
Oh,
newly released state papers suggest that a giant panda's visit to Dublin Zoo in 1986 may have contributed to his death on his return to China. So we're getting the blame for this old panda getting the sniffles or whatever it was. The
why
panda in
did a
question,
panda come to Dublin?
he did. He came over in 1986. His name was Ping Ping. What a hell of a name, isn't it? He died on his return 2 years later, and his visit to Dublin is getting the blame for it. He came over, and there was two of them. There was Ping Ping and Ming Ming, and it was decided that they were going to appear on the Late Late Show, but then
I'll get
uh,
out.
I swear to God, then animal welfare set in and said they had the concerns a little bit over the TV studio. So yeah,
So what?
W-
So they were coming
so
over from China to Dublin, and then they were going to appear in the Late Late Show.
they stayed in Dublin Zoo for a while, and they actually led to massive visitor
Right.
numbers for the zoo. But
But
they kind of put it down in time. Then what led to poor old Ping Ping
it's
feel
it's
feeling sick?
funny we were watching a bit of telly, just nostalgia stuff, because with the kids were trying to stay up for New Year's, and
Yeah.
like a lot of the stuff isn't suitable to be putting
No,
on
it's
for the
not.
kids.
Yeah.
So you're flicking through the
Yeah,
Sky
throw on the
channels.
full Monty. They'll love that.
Well, no, they've
There's a
gone to
great
bed at
lesson
that
in that.
stage. But Top of the Pops was on. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
an old run of Top of the Pops, would you've ever watched it like
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah.
olden days?
Oh,
And
yeah, it
like I
was
think
massive.
Boyzone were number one. No, it was Robbie Williams. I think was number one with Millennium, and Emma was watching like this, and them all dancing, and like it is so cringe. Like, and this is what we were.
It is.
Y
It is
you know,
wild.
like, the Irish public were going mad to go and see 2 pandas coming in from China. Isn't it mad? Like,
1986.
yeah,
What a time to be alive.
life was good back then, wasn't it? A lot
It was so
simpler.
simple. It was so simple. It wasn't any bit complicated. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
So
great.
good.
Right, anyway, there's, let's talk a little bit of rugby. There's Interpro derbies, obviously, this weekend. You've got Munster coming up to Belfast to go up
Yeah.
against Ulster. Looking forward to
Sold
that one.
out.
Leinster, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Ulster's hopefully, and listen, that's what you want from Interpro. Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. That's going to be a cracker of a match. Obviously, Leinster against Connacht's going to be fruity as well with the news. Kieran Frawley is gone to Connacht next season.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we
Before
touch
we
on that?
talk about those, I just want to
Okay.
talk to you. Start of the season, new season ahead. Is there anything like? There's a few things that we obviously agree with. The world calendar, like World Rugby, need to pull their finger out and sorting out the calendar, whatever. I saw somebody talking about getting rid of the bunker,
The
and I
bunker.
think I like the bunker. This the double yellow card type thing,
All right.
or
Yeah.
the yellow card, which means a red card. It's kind of on review type
Yeah.
thing.
Can I ask a
What's your
question?
take on that?
What's the difference between the bunker and the TMO? Or is that the same?
Well,
Because
the TMO is able to. So, jeez, I should have thought about this, right? So obviously before it was yellow card, straight red card, right?
yeah,
Now, and there were a few red cards in those autumn internationals. The referees decided to not
yeah,
go to the bunker, straight red, and then of
yeah,
course some of the decisions were rescinded, right?
yeah.
So
Like,
I saw somebody saying exactly you should get rid of this bunker, where at least you give them a yellow card, they're off for 20 minutes if they get given a red card, or else 10 minutes if they decide it was only a yellow card. And I just think it's keeping more people on the pitch for a
mm,
longer period of time as opposed
yeah.
to sending them off for the complete game. I think it would be a backward step personally if they were to get rid of it.
Yeah, I don't have major. I haven't thought about it enough. Something needs changing a little bit, Tommy. Though, in terms of just, I think, and I've made a massive decision not to bitch and whinge as much as I could on
Okay.
it. But
New Year's
it,
resolution. Good on
yeah,
you.
it's just, I suppose we want to see flow in the game. The best example I could, we went to Anfield. We were lucky enough to get over, and we watched Liverpool versus Wolves. And at one
Oh,
point of the game, we didn't know what was going on, but the people around us did. They said it's gone to the TMO, or what's that called? There was a decision with VAR, but the
VAR.
game went on,
Yeah.
and there was no decision, so it didn't affect the match in any way. It kept playing while it was on. And another thing I noticed was there was no big screens
Big
in the
screen in
stadium.
Anfield. It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, but I actually think it doesn't lead to the in pressure from the home fans. Like if you like what basically studio directors now are calling the shots, aren't they, on what gets seen and what gets played back a little bit more so than
I know, but
I
I found going to the football, like, it's hard if you miss something, if you talk to the person beside you for a second, you miss something,
yeah.
like, you missed the goal. Like,
But
it's
in that you do have to clue in then though, isn't it? Like you're putting away your phone, you're putting away for
you're
90 minutes you're
focusing.
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I know, I don't think I'd like to see that now, all right. But anyway, like, okay, let's move on from the bunker. Another one I'd like to see a change of is this high ball kick, right? We saw Ty Byrne coming up the other day saying, like, the
Oh
game of
yeah.
rugby, let's be honest, is shite. And that there's just so
Good on you,
much
Tony
more,
boy.
yeah, effort. There's so much more of an advantage now for the attacking team to just kick it away. It becomes a 50-50. They get down the other end of the pitch, and it's just not a great spectacle, right? So I think it was Jerry Thornley talking about, you should be penalised if you go up to compete for a 50-50 ball with one hand, because that's what you're seeing nowadays. That if
All
I
right.
was going to
Yeah.
go catch the ball, right, and I'm going
Yeah.
up, then the opposition person's just coming up and trying to slap it
Yeah.
backwards. So it
Sure.
just makes it impossible to catch it clean.
Yeah. It's become
So
the biggest catchphrase in rugby this year, and we would have chatted about it a lot. So you've your fetcher, someone that's going fetching, and then you've crummers, and we'd
yes,
practice who's on break and ball either side of you. And you're right, you're that person, that fetcher, hopefully could catch it, but sometimes disrupt it, and we win the scraps or we win the crumbs or whatever it
big
is. Yeah,
time.
yeah,
And like it's so much more of an advantage just going up and trying knocking it back because your players are coming through to catch it, exactly jumping on the scraps, turnover ball, play on, and it's just a real attacking weapon. But it's not doing the game any service. So he was talking about instead of if you're going to go up for the ball, you have to go like make it like it's like if
mm,
you're going for an intercept, you have
yeah.
to genuinely look like you're going for it.
Can I be honest? I'm a little bit worried about us, though, a little bit, because I think our evolving, I'm on about the Irish provinces and players, hasn't been up to the scale of the rest. If you watched Bath versus Northampton, like that was a belter of a game. If you watched La Rochelle versus Toulouse, another big game, they're all taking advantage and they're all manipulating these rules. 100%,
Right.
you know what I mean? There is more kicking, but I think there's greater coaching going on towards it at the moment.
Yeah.
I think my annoyance at the moment is kind of like there's no point bitching and whinging about it. Find a way to manipulate it that it suits us. Like I said, we were chatting with Brendan Fanning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I honestly think we need to evolve. We should be brilliant at fielding balls. That should be a point of difference. But if you watch the Interpros, quality and attack is shocking. You know what I mean? Compared to if you watch Northampton, like Northampton, there disallowed even 3 tries and they ramped home like that against Bath. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
can play, man.
That was a
Look at
hell of a result.
yeah.
What about this
I'm
one? I have
just
another
worried.
option. I have
Go
another
on.
option. This to hell with your idea of let's just work dealing with it. What about if the defending team can call a mark off a catch, a clean catch anywhere in the pitch?
Oh, like Gaelic football.
Yeah. So it would stop the defending team of thinking, right, I'm going to put the ball up into the air here.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, if you put up a kick anywhere in the pitch at all, if you're not the kicking team, so if you're the defending team and you catch the ball cleanly
And what do
anywhere,
you get? A
you
free
get a
kick?
free kick.
Wow.
So you can call a scrum, you can go a quick tap, you can kick the ball into
Well, you
the
can't
air, you can
call
do
a
whatever you
scrum
want, but you've
anymore. Didn't they get rid of that rule? You can't.
oh, can you not? Okay, well that's even
Yeah.
better. Happy days, less scrums the better. But I mean, isn't that not a bad shout? So
I don't
it's
know about
like
that one, Tommy.
so that would
It's a
stop teams kicking it all the time. Like that would be massive one.
yeah.
Even
Do you
the
know what though?
vinks and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. I just think we're constantly tinkering with the rules
Changing.
way too
I
much.
know.
I think we need to leave this settle now for a while. But the next one coming in, and it's in with the 20s, is the tackle height, isn't it? And that
Oh
you just
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that's going to ripple into the main game as well. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Enough of those silly, stupid rules. Right. Okay. Well, that was just it was New Year. That was kind of my thinking.
Do you know
Right.
what my take on it? Right, honestly, put a freeze on manipulating the rules at the moment. Leave it play out, and actually call in all the coaches and say, listen, it's going to stay like this for 18 months. Get your
Mm.
shit together and coach better, because there's no point whinging and moaning about it at the moment. You know what I
Well,
mean?
listen. Yeah.
Because,
Yeah. No, you're absolutely
like,
right.
I know everyone's there, oh, don't you miss the escort days? No, you don't at all. Like, I remember for us as a front five forward, you were looking to bookend 2 players. So you were ahead of the game. It was like nearly NFL. You were
Yeah.
running upfield block lines. Like, come on,
Oh,
you know
I
what I mean?
hated those escort lines. It used to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
so fun.
yeah.
It was dangerous. It was dangerous because you'd
Well,
be going
it's,
up to go and actually compete with someone, and the next you get a dunt, and you'd
yeah.
go into them. So no, it
But
was more dangerous.
I hear Tig, and I think he's right, and I actually commend him for actually saying it, and I'm not surprised. He seems like a straight talking fella. But the honest truth at the moment is, we need to evolve. We need to move quicker
Mm.
in terms of, because France are, England are, and I agree with him. I think the game's in a funny spot, but tough shit. That's where it
Yeah.
is. Get busy.
Yeah. Okay, there
Yeah.
you have it. Well, I have another one for you. Right. Let's
Brilliant. You've been non-stop thinking about rugby. I want to chat
moving
about
on to
pandas.
the Interpros, right? So obviously you've got Connacht up against Leinster coming up this weekend. Today, would that be given that the podcast going out Friday tomorrow morning? Frawley going to Leinster, right? Darts has written an article on
Gordon
this.
Darcy. Okay.
Okay, so
Wow.
Darcy has talked about Kieran Frawley's move to Connacht is not as progressive as it seems, right?
Ah,
So I kind of
jeez,
think,
Darcy.
well, I listen, in my personal opinion, I think Frawley, like, geez, I've been watching Frawley for the last five,
What a
6 years
player, boy.
and just
What a
thought this
player.
guy is such a
Yeah.
talent. And yes, maybe Leinster don't see him as an out and out half, but
No, they
like
don't.
Andy Farrell has given him opportunities whenever he's been fit and had a run of games. He's never had a run of games at 10. And I think in moving to Connacht or moving, if he was to move to Ulster or Munster to get a run of games at out half, even you just see how much that move to Bristol has reinvigorated Harry Byrne. Just something
Yeah.
different, pushes you outside your comfort zone. And I think it's a brilliant move, right? And I'm envious of Connacht getting him. So well done to them for this. But
Oh,
Darcy's
yeah. Well,
talked about,
sorry. Are you would love it if he came north?
yeah, would have, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And not
True.
that I
He's.
don't like. I think like Murphy's gone brilliant at out half for us at the
Yeah.
minute, but I just think having a bit of experience here as well because
Yeah.
um, I think it's needed. I think we need a bit more experience
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
half
Well,
as well,
look,
just to
it's
kind
all
of
squads now, man.
you
You need.
know it's squad exactly.
Mm.
So if Jack gets injured, I mean we're kind of struggling. Obviously, we've got a couple of young lads in behind him there, but Flannery and stuff. But I think having somebody like Frawley there would be brilliant. But what Dar said, right? He said he got asked when he was with Leinster years ago, and Mike Ruddock has kind of said to him, right, you have a decision to make. If you want to go to say Ulster, where they might offer you more money, but is there much of an opportunity? So he said he looked him up and down. He said, did you not want to stay and fight for your place? Or would you take what's perceived as the easier option somewhere else? There might be more money in leaving, he said, but would it mean as much to be playing for Leinster? And I don't think, obviously, playing for Connacht is not going to mean as much for Kieran Frawley playing for Leinster. I mean, that's his home province. It's where it grew up. It's where he dreamt, and he's played so many years for. But if he wants to get himself into the Irish team to start at out half, he needs a run of games. And I kind of think, I don't think it is the
Tebow, have you
easier option
frozen?
always going away to another province and testing yourself somewhere else. What do you think?
Sorry.
Testing yourself, going, you signed offline on me there.
Yeah.
Um,
Apologies.
well, like you going off to Worcester, like Dars is talking about this being the easier option. Going off to a new club is not an easier
No,
option.
it's not. It's
It's
not. No.
tough,
I,
man.
I, I don't think there's any badness here by Dars. I think he's just
No, no,
blinded by
totally
his.
not.
No, he's blinded by his love for Leinster, and I think that might be a frustration for them. But I think, yeah, and we saw Leo having a pop of Simon Zebo about this as well. But what they realise is, like, you can't hold players back. Like, without doubt, I think Kieran Frawley has been one of the greatest talents, and I think he's been the harshest treated rugby player in our system at the moment. I think for his talent set, for him not to be given the window to kind of maybe have a go. And I know people will say, oh, it's a few years too late for him, but I don't think Connacht probably was that type of an option like it is now with Lancaster. He knows what he's about. I know everyone will say that he didn't play a whole lot under Lancaster, but if I think he deserves a pop as the main 10. He
Yeah.
deserves a chance. I think actually Irish rugby, remember that fucking drop goal, man. Like, this guy's a talent. I'd actually love to see him being given the same opportunities that others have been given to
Yeah.
fulfill his potential. He's a player. I think it's a great sign. I understand Darcy's frustration because he's Leinster head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they will see an awful lot of him. But I actually think we have to go the other way. We have to be really careful of Irish rugby. And Leinster rugby needs to realise where it sits. It sits on top of a brilliant private school stuff. That's not of their doing. You know what I mean? And like, people leave from all around the country and put their kids, hopefully for the chance of an opportunity or work wise, and then they send them to those schools. So it's like, if you look at Johnny Sexton, families from Kerry, really, you know what I mean? So if you kind of dig down into the depth pool, I think we need a little bit more of it. I'll be honest with you. I watched the Interpros and watched Jack Conan's performance, and I was there like, there is no doubt why he is this, 6 test line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking so
It's
hard to do.
insane. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Conan's that good. But Conan's an 8. Like, he's an
Yeah.
8. You can try to fit him in anywhere you want. Conan's an 8. Doris is an 8. And I actually think for the betterment of the Irish system, they should be banging. They should be
Yeah.
going every week and you pick one of them. Like,
Yeah.
the unfortunate thing is I think that over this time when Leinster had such dominance, such backing, they they haven't you reap the rewards with
Maximized it.
success.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they haven't, and they've kind of missed the window a little bit. And yeah, I would say as well, some of the players probably see what's going on coaching wise and realize there could be more learnings out there. You know what I mean? Like, I look at their attack at the moment and I don't see it. You know what I mean? I know they're finding ways to win matches, but fuck it, you know what, Tommy? You want to feel stimulated. You want to be learning. You want to be improving. Like, I
Yeah.
thought it was
But
interesting
like,
what sorry.
go on.
I thought it's interesting what South Africa are doing at the moment with leaving their national coaches out there to areas like they've
Yeah.
put some into, is it the Bulls?
The Bulls. Yeah.
They've sent Fla
Felix
and
is gone
Felix.
and Jerry Flannery. Yeah.
But yeah, Connacht at the moment, one of the leakiest things is their defence. Imagine putting Simon Easterby in there a little bit. Like the Leinster scrum, just time with John Fogarty under that. Like Ulster's line-out getting time, Cormac Izajuku being
Yeah.
told, you could be a brilliant line-out caller. We're actually going to put Paulie up there and like you're going to get more time with him. Again, South Africa ahead of the game, but yeah, I understand Darce's stuff because, like, honestly, all Darce wants is Leinster to be successful, like all of us with our provinces. But it's shooting us in the foot for everywhere else, and it's
And
shooting players in the foot. Like Frawley deserves better, man. He deserves
I
to be given a
definitely, I
chance.
want to talk to you about that with the coaches going again, because I think that's definitely a big talking point. I definitely like what does Paulie or John Foggs do after the Six Nations? And I know they're scouting and looking for the summer tour, but like they should be up in the provinces. They should be
Yeah,
getting out and
they're
about
not
because
scratching their ass now, to be fair. Like, those fellas, they're probably watching more rugby than anyone
yeah,
else. They're spotting the
I know.
trends.
But I think like if South Africa are doing this, it shows it can be done. And I think you've made a brilliant point on that. I want to also talk though about the Frawley thing, because there is talk that Jordan Larmour, like Lancaster has said that he is going to hopefully try and get a few more Leinster players. There's talk that Jordan Larmour could go there, Scott Penny could go there.
Crazy.
And you talking about two top, like Scott Penny, he was this unbelievable talent coming out of the Leinster school system. Everybody was talking him up. But then he's behind Will Connors, he's behind Josh van der Flier, he's behind, say, Max Deegan. He's, he's just not getting the opportunities. And if you don't get a run in games, getting the odd game here and there, coming off the bench here and there, you're never going to get to show your full potential. And I just
Yeah.
think it's like these players, I'm a big believer. I think the most difficult move I ever made in my career was to leave the Ulster and go to the Ospreys. And it was not for lack of love for Ulster. I just felt I needed to test myself and get outside my comfort zone. And
Yeah.
like it pushed my game to a whole new level. And I think this could really happen for those guys as well. So good on them
Yeah,
if
I
that
was the
does happen.
same, like not blowing my own trumpet or flute or whatever it is, but like I had a year to run on my contract, and rather than sit in my hole and just be fucking dead wood around the place, play the odd game, which is like if you look at the environment, sometimes like that's a desirable life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Playing 6 games in the year, being able to fucking
And
just
paid
keep
well
yourself
for it.
100% it. But like honestly, for me, it's the Gareth Brooks line, standing outside the fireman. You're like, I was lucky. I got a 20-year career. That is fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Being honest, right?
It
But it
is.
went like that, Tommy. You know what I mean? It was gone. And I look at these players now, and I'm there like it's going to go even faster for you for the attritional nature of the game. Like if you're getting maybe 6 to 7 years, hey, out of this, you're doing
Eh,
so well. But fucking go for it, lads. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's different now. I love that Dar sees the kind of traditional side of it, but I think he's been blinkered as well by the fact that like there's times where you're dominant and the players below deserve a chance. If you look at like Owen Redden, Mike Ross, Trevor Hogan, Stephen Keogh, John Fogarty, Sean Cronin, like they couldn't bust into that at that time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And then they go up there and they're brilliant players and they help change culture and they help and they add to it. So why
Yeah,
would you deny them that? You know what I mean?
big
I think
time.
it's
And
bananas.
Leo's done it. Like Leo did it. Leo went to Leicester Tigers. So he
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
exactly, and lifted the Premiership title with them. So he knows exactly the benefit of it, but I can imagine as a Leinster supporter and Leinster coach, it must be extremely frustrating. And you could see that with Leo, him saying, "Well, how many Limerick players are here in this Munster team compared to how
Yeah,
many
but I thought that was a
Leinster
cheap
players?"
dig.
No, I thought it was
Especially when you
funny. Good on him. I thought he
ah,
showed a
yeah,
bit of
yeah, I
personality, which was
understand it, but
good.
he's got honestly, he's got 3
Of course he
Kiwis in
does.
his back line and
Yeah.
Robbie Henshaw, you know what I mean? Like, for fuck's sake, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's a
You've
fair point too. Yeah.
I know, but you've Rico hitting up crash balls. Like you bring in, it's again, man. You bring in a Ferrari, and you know what I mean. You drive it around like a tractor. Geez, start coaching these lads. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like I know
Well,
it
I think
seems
that's
like
what Barrett did last year. Barrett upped the skill level of that Leinster backline. Like his skill level was just his passing was just on a different platform compared to the other players. And I don't think Ioane is that type of player, unfortunately, for Leinster.
I don't think personally my view of it. I just look at their attack at the moment. There's no chance for him to be that. He's just the lead and batter him. Like
Mm.
honestly, if you want that, play Furlong at 30. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fucking hell, they have all the bits, man. They've all the bits. Stop whining, stop moaning. You know what I mean? You've been overly funded by the RFU. You are the golden goose.
Come on,
Start
stop it.
fucking winning.
Stop, stop, stop. Right here,
I'm a-
Munster against Leinster, or Ulster up in Belfast this weekend, tonight. 7:45. It's going to be a cracker match. Sellout, as you said, up in the Affadilla Stadium. Ulster in a good run at the minute.
yeah,
Obviously they got the
I'm
win
playing
against
well, man.
Connacht. Playing well. Didn't
Eh,
get the win against Leinster, but they put it right up to them, up to the closing moments. Munster, to be fair, like to be confident enough going into, they're playing some decent rugby, but just last weekend was a frustrating one for them up against Leinster.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. But
Like
these
they
are
shouldn't
ones,
have been in
Tommy.
the game towards the end, but gee, it just shows the character that Clayton is building in that team.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And look, I
felt.
think they'll be disappointed they lost. Of course they will be, but this is a difficult challenger as well. And this is what's great about the Interpros. Like, is a Chuku versus a Hearn. You can put Irish goggles on for that in
Yeah,
terms of, like,
at 6, yeah.
yeah, Ryan out. You know what I mean? Like, who's our six? Is this an opportunity for one of them to step up? Both awards, like, I'm excited about seeing these. I've seen the Munster twice, but in an Interpro where it kind of comes up a level to see how they go. One for me that I'm interested with you, Stockdale at 15. I wonder, is he a 15 nowadays, Tommy?
Oh, he's playing well. He's been playing well for Ulster at the minute. He's really stepping up as a senior player. Yeah, he's been
You
good.
know, this sounds awful, but you know the way it's gone to blinding pace on the wing, and I'm not being harsh, and maybe that's gone, but I wonder, can he be more tactical at 15, be smarter, make better decisions, and you know what I mean? Injuries at the moment in the Irish thing, could he be
He's
putting
got a
his hand up for
brilliant left
15?
boot. And, you know, if James Lowe, for instance, isn't available for Ireland, like Jacob's the perfect man with that left foot that if he needs to step in at fullback, yeah, I think so. I think you're talking there. Zach Ward is on a serious run at the minute with Ulster on the left wing. He I would be surprised now if he's not in some sort of periphery within the Ireland squad as well. Balakoon is out injured. He was going really well too. I think Bryn Ward, as you said, these are both sons of Andy Ward. Bryn Ward's the young number 8. He's only 21 years of age. He's back. He's up against Alex Kendall. And I think we have to mention it as well to see Brian Gleeson getting back as well,
Yeah,
fit again. He's
super.
going to get a run too
Mm,
at number 8.
yeah.
But like, there's a
Can you
real
tell me?
strength of young talent coming through there in the back rows, isn't there? It's brilliant to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
from
And
not just Leinster, like
no,
Ulster,
agreed.
Munster, and I
And I
suppose
suppose
Connacht
that's
pulling
what
out a couple as well.
genuinely, that's what we want at the moment.
Yeah,
Like, I think both of us have learned since we've come away from it a little bit, but the main feeding bowl is international rugby, and that's
yeah.
where we got to be competitive at the moment. And I think there's blood in the water about us a little bit, and if we continue to do the same stuff and rely on the same group, then we're in trouble. We definitely need more competition from places, and a big thing for me is I always felt when you had a good mixed squad, you could nearly self-police. Like you didn't want to make an error in front of an
Yeah.
Ulster lad, whereas maybe one of the Munster lads give you a tap on the ass and kind of give a, you know what I mean, hey, or slag you. Whereas honestly, if someone like Stephen Ferris was like, fucking catch yourself on, man. You're like, oh yeah, okay, you know. So I think that's vital to it. Tell me a little bit about this second row, Hopes. I don't know a whole lot about him, but I just looking at some of the stats and the size of him, he looks a player,
He's
man.
big lump, 21 years of age again, like 6'7", I think he is. But it's Ulster have a couple of young second rows. Harry Sheridan again is playing very well. His form dipped last year in second row. Obviously Henderson is back this weekend. We haven't seen much rugby from him in a while. Yeah, Ulster have a decent young group coming through. I think Richie Murphy's just this is what he got brought into Ulster to do, is to try and develop these young players, start to see the pathway, because for so long the big thing with us is that Ulster had, say, Mike Lowry, you had James Hume, you had Ethan McElroy, you had a number of young players who early 20s were getting themselves into the Irish squad
Yeah.
and like were really pushing and then just fell off, and we didn't know what happened there. And I think the thing with Richie Murphy now is he's bringing these players up to a level and bringing the likes of James Hume back up to that level that he was at.
Yeah.
And then you have Mark Sexton, you have Jimmy Duffy there just trying to keep building. So I think it's a young coaching team, but really trying to develop this pathway of players come
Yeah.
through. And I think that's what the other provinces have to do if we're going to compete
Agreed.
with
But then
Leinster.
I do like the initiative of surrounding a few like Bell and
Yeah,
August. Is that I would say that I
Augustus,
know he's
yeah.
injured.
Yeah, he's injured,
Augustus.
yeah.
Maybe a few more for Ulster. I genuinely
Yeah,
I think all the other provinces need a few more. And I wouldn't go like you know what I mean. It's great if you can sign the All Blacks like the Ricos. You know what I mean. They're incredible. But I actually think the good signings, the likes of the Jim Williams, John Langfords, you know, Rua Topoki, those guys that are culturally brilliant for kind of setting you up. They're
yeah.
what we need to kind of get busy with at the moment. But yeah, it is exciting for Ulster. You'd be in a great position if you win this, though, won't you? Like
Yeah, yeah,
you've
yeah.
still a game in hand, and that will put you up to second. You still have
Yeah.
to play that Edinburgh match.
Listen,
The
going
night it was
well.
too
Obviously,
cold for you.
we're into the Challenge Cup then as well. So yeah,
Yeah, no
listen,
one gives a shit
it's
about that.
it's a big one
Don't
this
be
weekend.
giving us the
Obviously, it's
Challenge Cup.
we've got Liverpool against Leeds this week tonight as well. So, or well, it's going to be old news by
Yes.
the time this
Yeah,
pod
old
comes out.
news. Yeah.
And then Ulster against Munster. So the two of us are going head to head this weekend.
Brilliant.
I'm pretty
Brilliant.
confident we'll get 2 from 2. So good luck
Oh,
with that.
jeez, you take that. I wouldn't ask my young fella because he'd probably take the Liverpool results at the moment. And there, oh, jeez. No, but
um,
hopefully a
good
belter.
stuff.
Hopefully a belter.
I just want to say as well a massive thank you to everybody who purchased tickets to the Offload Live over Christmas. Christmas presents, nice and easy one
Yeah.
there. If you don't want to buy yourself a ticket for the Six Nations match, thank you so much to everybody who's
Yeah.
bought tickets for us in Dublin, in Limerick, in Cork, and in Dublin as well. It's going to be a cracker
Yeah.
show. Can't wait for that.
It will. We're looking forward to it. And there's still tickets available if you want to get involved. Something to look forward to around the Six Nations. I promise we're going to have a great night. It'll be a good laugh. And you'll end up having a load more money left than you'd spend on a match day ticket, wouldn't you?
You're right, because Donncha will buy a pint. There you have it. Donncha, good luck. I'll see you next week.
Go well, Tommy. Enjoy the tour of
Come
Barry.
on, Leeds. Come on, Ulster.